Let me tell you a secret nobody told me when I was younger. Your entire life can change because of one decision you make on a random Tuesday. Not a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Not luck, not talent. A decision. And today, I'm going to tell you a story that proves it. A story about risk, vision, and something far more powerful than motivation. Identity. Welcome to Elite Money Club. I was working at a high-pressure financial firm in New York City, surrounded by people who had resumes sharper than knives, and a boss who could calculate the fair value of a company faster than some people could spell it. He wasn't just smart. He was strategic, disciplined, and dangerously accurate at predicting the future. One morning, after weeks of sleepless nights and a notebook full of scribbles, I walked into his office and said, "I'm thinking about leaving. I want to build something of my own." He leaned back, folded his arms, and didn't speak for a good 20 seconds. Then he said, "Walk with me." We took a long walk around Bryant Park as the city buzzed around us. I explained my plan, not to sell books, not to build an app, but to create something of value online. Something that could reach millions. He listened quietly. Then he stopped walking, looked me dead in the eyes, and said, "That's a great idea, but it would be an even better idea for someone who didn't already have a good job." That line hit me like a truck. Then he added something that changed my life. You can have a job, or you can build a career, or if you're lucky, you find a calling. And if you find a calling, you don't need permission. That sentence lived in my head for months. Around the same time, I met an entrepreneur. Let's call him Leo. He was 27, broke, and renting a dusty warehouse in Jersey to build a company that nobody understood. He came to me for advice and said, "If you invest in me now, I'll take this idea to billions." What was he selling? Not books, not software, not crypto. He was building a system where people could rent personal storage units and manage everything online. Something so ordinary that the investors laughed him out of half his meetings. But Leo had something rare: certainty. He told me, "I know it sounds crazy now, but someday I'll build the largest digital storage network in the country." I thought he was delusional. Everyone did. Back then, the biggest storage companies weren't even worth $1 billion. So I laughed, shook his hand, wished him luck, and walked away. Fast forward 15 years. Leo sold his company for $18.4 billion. And here's the punchline. He wasn't even surprised. He had believed it before I even believed in myself. That's the difference between vision and logic. Logic compares, vision creates. People underestimate how much time matters more than speed. Let me show you something new. If you earned $10 every minute, you'd make $14,400 a day. You'd become a millionaire in 70 days. You'd hit $10 million in under 2 years, and you'd reach $1 billion in 190 years. Now watch this. If you earned $100 every minute, $144,000 a day, $1 million in 1 week, $1 billion in just under 19 years. Now here's the twist. If you earned $1,000 every minute, $1.44 million a day, $1 billion in less than 2 years, same minutes, same hours, same days, just a different value placed on your time. That is the difference between hustling endlessly and building something that compounds. People love to talk about follow your passion, but let me give you the truth my boss told me. Passion fades, purpose compounds. Passion is emotional, purpose is structural. Passion feels good, purpose feels inevitable. I wasn't just chasing money. I was chasing the feeling of being the author of my own life story. When I was younger, I used to invent things in the garage. A homemade air cooler made from a broken fan, a bicycle alarm system that never worked, a solar-powered oven made out of aluminum foil, and hope. It didn't matter that the inventions failed. What mattered was that I believed I could create something from nothing, and that belief stayed with me. That's the mindset every entrepreneur, builder, engineer, and dreamer needs. Not perfection, possibility. Let me tell you something you've never heard phrased this way. You can't take credit for your gifts. You didn't choose your intelligence, your creativity, your voice, your height, your natural talents, but you do choose what you build with them. Your gifts are your starting point. Your choices are your story. You choose whether you grow or stay comfortable, whether you chase convenience or excellence, whether you freeze under criticism or move forward anyway, whether you protect your ego or protect your future, whether you show kindness or cleverness. The world isn't shaped by gifted people, but by people who choose to use their gifts boldly. You can choose a life that is predictable, comfortable, stable, safe, or you can choose a life that is unpredictable, challenging, meaningful, extraordinary. At age 80, you won't remember the easy days. You'll remember the days you took a swing. There has never been a better time to be alive. You have technology, information, tools, distribution, and access that kings and inventors from history would kill for. Mark Twain would have wanted to live now. Einstein too. Da Vinci would have had a YouTube channel. Newton would be coding. Tesla would be building rockets. And you? You have every tool they never had. The difference between you and greatness is not possibility. It's permission. Your future begins the moment you decide what story you want to write. Will you chase comfort or chase meaning? Will you be the critic or the builder? Will you let gifts define you, or will you let choices define you? You don't need a garage. You don't need investors. You don't need a perfect plan. You need direction, persistence, and one bold decision made on a random Tuesday. The rest will follow. If this inspired you, join the Elite Money Club, where we break down money, mindset, and modern opportunity the way nobody else does. Hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's ready to change their story. Your next chapter starts now. Let's build it together.